Hello friends, in chapter number 15, our environment, we go through the textual exercise question and answers. We reach the question number 9. Why is damage to the ozone layer cause for concern? What steps are being taken to limit this damage? As we know about the importance of ozone layer, so we write first the point of importance of ozone layer. Ozone layer protects or ozone layer absorbs ultraviolet rays from the sun and protect all the living organisms. We know the importance of ozone layer. It protects ultraviolet rays from the sun. It absorbs ultraviolet rays from the sun and protects all the living organism. But the question is, why is damage to the ozone layer a cause for concern? Damage of the ozone layer is cause for concern because when depletion of ozone layer can occur, ultraviolet rays from the sun direct reach to the surface of the earth. Ozone make a layer around the earth. So when depletion of ozone layer can occur, ultraviolet rays from the sun direct reach to the surface of the earth. Ultraviolet rays are very harmful, so it may leads skin cancer, cataract, etc. Ultraviolet rays are very harmful, so it may lead skin cancer, cataracts. Some problems are more dangerous for the organisms. So we write some more points. What steps are being taken to limit this damage? To limit this damage, first of all, concentration to limit this damage, production of chlorofluorocarbon, which is known CFC. If we write chlorofluorocarbons, so this is singular and we write chlorofluorocarbons, so we write CFCs. The production of chlorofluorocarbon CFC is minimized. After research, scientists decided that one of the most factor can be affect and can be cause for the depletion of ozone layer, which is CFC. When CFC is occurred, CFC can be present in the cooling instrument like refrigerator, fridge, refrigerator, and you call it fridge, and air conditioner, etc. So to limit this damage, production of chlorofluorocarbon is minimized. In 1987, UNEP, here we write and remember the full form of UNEP for the short question also. In 1987, UNEP, United Nations UNEP, United Nations Environment, United Nations Environment Program agreement will pass to stop the production or use of CFC in freeze at 1986. In chlorofluorocarbon is present in cooling instrument like fridge or refrigerator and air conditioner, etc. After searching for the scientists, they conclude that CFC is more damage to the ozone layer. So in 1987, UNEP passed the agreement to stop the production of CFC at the 1986. After 1986, companies who made fridge, they cannot use CFC in their production. So with the help of this, we save damage to the ozone layer. With the help of this, we save damage to the ozone layer. Scientists decided one of the most factor which is occurred in fridge and air conditioner is chlorofluorocarbon CFC, and so the production of CFC can be stopped at the level of 1986. After 1987, the companies cannot use CFC. So the most important question and the current situation is depletion of ozone layer is more hazardous to all living organisms. Depletion of ozone layer can cause skin cancer, cataracts in the organisms, so it is very harmful. Let's discuss some other questions. Here we take all the questions of textual exercise. There are question number 1 to question number 9, and here we take some extra questions before complete the chapter. And there may be some confusion to students in two questions. Here in question, the simple diagram is given, which is if sun, green plants get the energy from sun, deer get the energy from green plants, and lion gets energy from deer. In question, some information are also given. Only 10% energy is transferred from one tropic level to its upper tropic level. This is the information, and we already study in the theory. This is the most important. That is, it is we put in bracket 10% when we study. I can repeat, only 10% energy is transferred from one trophic level to its upper trophic level. From the given diagram, the diagram is already given in question, how much energy available to second and third trophic level? As we know, these are green plants at the first trophic level, deer at the second trophic level, and lion can present at the third trophic level. So the answer is, at second trophic level 10% energy can pass 1000 joule energy. Here we give one digit, 1000 joule energy. Energy can be measured in the form of joule. Joule we can detail in the chapter number 12, electricity. Now we accept energy can be measured in joule. So at second trophic level, 1 joule energy available. At third trophic level, 0.1 joule energy available. It is simple, so we can not lose our marks. Second, a food chain comprising hawk, snake, paddy and mice. For examples of food chain is given: hawk, snake, paddy and mice. If 15,000 joule of energy available to mice, then how much energy will be in paddy and how much energy will be available to hawk? To give the information according to our question, if mice, then how much energy will be in paddy? So if mice get 15,000 joule of energy, so 15,000 joule of energy will be in paddy at a store form. So in 150 joule of energy can be available to hawk at the top of trophic level. To give the food chain: hawk, snake, paddy and mice. We know hawk is a top carnivore, so 150 joule of energy will be available to hawk. So the answers are so easy, but don't confuse it. Here we take all the informations for environment at the level of 10th. To give the board exam, you have to study all the short questions and refer it, revise it, and you have to make the practice for writing, and so you will get full marks. We hear the chapter is so easy, the answers is so easy, the information is so easy, so we getting full marks, 3 out of 3. The 15 number chapters weightage the 3 marks. So here we complete all the chapter, we finish the chapter. Thank you.